like that. I like that. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Chew and Chat with Yana Lu. Like I always say, it's back live 5 with Yana. Guys, I hope I am greeting you always, like I always tell you, at a great time in your life, at one of the most inspiring times of your life, because this is the season of trouble. It's the troubling waters to trouble you to become something great. I have a great guest down here tonight, and his name is Mr. Peck. He is one of the hottest DJs that we have coming from the Caribbean side, twisting up the music, getting the Americans ready to start syndicating it on their radio. So without further ado, hey, Mr. Peck, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I am happy to have you.
Thank you so much for the invite.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
But aside from those beautiful dimples you got going on, girls, I'm trying to tell y'all. Aside from all of that, I want to share with the community what you're doing down here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the Stone Mountain area, guys. You're doing some amazing stuff with your DJ skills. You have a live podcast going on that is basically bridging together the Caribbean nation as one. So, guys, it doesn't matter if you are Jamaican, right, Peck? Right. It doesn't matter if you are Guyanese, and I know Guyanese people don't want to be interfered like they're Jamaican, right?
right.
I get it. So I was married to a Guyanese, right? So, and whatever is genre you are in the Caribbean field, then that's what Mr. Peck is doing. He is merging it together. How has it been on this journey, bringing everybody as one?
It has been very exciting. The response has been tremendous from the community. So the Atlantic Caribbean Music Radio Show is the name of the show. It broadcasts on DWC Radio and Caribbean Live TV syndication simulcast through the Roku channel. So that's worldwide, global, and the focus is Atlanta and the Caribbean community here, and the great things that the members of the Caribbean community are doing to improve life here in Georgia for everyone, and how we're integrated into overall society with our music, with our cuisine, our entrepreneurs, different walks of life, our politicians, everybody. So the show is a chance for us to spotlight what Caribbean people are doing here in Georgia, and playing an integral part in the whole, Georgia, Atlanta.
Yeah. Getting intertwined with the Georgia life.
Exactly.
Mixing it up with a little Caribbean spice. How you like that?
There you go.
I'm a undercover rapper, guy, singer, all the good stuff. It's all good.
We got to have you on the show then.
I mean, I've been trying to get on, guys, but you know these schedules. But hey, I'm always ready to come down, guys. I want you to share with them about some of the challenges that you guys have faced, if any. Trying to merge everybody together as one. Has there been anything that has like bump heads while you're along the way, or has everything been a smooth road?
Thus far, we've been very blessed to not have any of those personal issues come up. And we have on the show our co-host Kathy's Panamanian. Now the co-host, Summertan, Denise Smith, a.k.a. Summertan, she's Jamaican, right? I'm of Jamaican Guyanese background. So it's a fusion on the show itself, and we're bringing in all aspects of the Caribbean to be spotlighted. So no matter what it is you're doing or what island you come from, what country you come from, we wanted to make sure people know you're here and what you're doing. So it's good. Right. Yeah, thus far, we haven't had any of that tribalism.
Everything's good. Because I know how it can get. Even if you just keep it on the Jamaican side, I'm from Kingston, I'm from Montego. Okay, there's a problem. Because, they got some little rivalry going on. But we're all one family. Yeah. So do you guys have, I watch the show, and I love watching you guys live. I like when you're DJing, and I see the girls up there just grooving, making it really, really nice. And I love the people that you bring down. I love the people that you interview because they all come with passion.
Yes.
All come with passion.
Yeah. I think for a lot of the community, they're happy to see this kind of spotlight. There have been other shows and other ways of helping to spotlight the community, but this was definitely unique and a first timer. It's combining two of our media entities here in Georgia with the CLTV and the DWC combining forces to bring the show to life. So that's major, and congratulations and thank you to both of those entities, for making it possible. So thus far, like I said, the feedback has been great, and we're trying to schedule. There's a lot of inquiries about how people can get on and when they can get on. So the buzz is there, and we're just trying to map things out to make it nice and balanced, because there's a lot of important topics that we want to address.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that we're doing that in a mindful way with all of the dynamic changes that are going on in the world.
Yes.
We've got the war in Russia. Well, we've got soldiers who have, are in the U.S. in the U.S. Armed Forces, but have Caribbean backgrounds.
Yes,
so
they
when
do.
there's a war going on, there's impacts them. And so we were able to talk about that. We were able to talk about veterans and veterans affairs and those things, those issues. We were able to talk about mental health through this global pandemic and the additional stress that has been going on. So in the Caribbean community, similar to the Black community as a whole, we don't like to talk about things like mental health and
'Cause ain't nobody
issues.
crazy.
That's right. And we self-medicate and all that stuff. So there's a great program. There's going to be the Georgia Association, Caribbean Association of Georgia, has a great program coming up, a play. And they're going to be discussing that theme during the play. So it's little things like that we're able to spotlight on the show that impact us all, that can be beneficial to anybody, no matter where you're from, to come and discuss those serious issues.
Wow, guys, he comes with a bang. You hear me? He comes powerful, telling it all. You know what I mean? And, I love it because I like backstream when we were talking, and I wanted to share what I'm doing, and we have a common goal, guys. I'm coming to bridge together all African-American people as one, while God has Peck interlocking the Caribbean side, bringing them together as one. And I think that is beautiful because once Black people in its whole, guys, learn that we are a powerful nation together, I think, and we come together, that's when we're really moving things.
Yes.
So, Peck, I know that, you have a lot going on, guys. This is a great thing. I can even use your interview as my commercial, baby, because you're so flawless. So tell the people how to get in contact with you, how to link up to your station so they can chime in and see all the great things that you have going on.
Definitely. Please follow us on social media. We're there on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You can reach out to us through any of those platforms. You can email the Atlantic Caribbean Music Show at Gmail, and you can email me at super.pec@gmail as well. And glad to hear from you. All the artists who've been submitting their music, keep them coming. We try to get everybody in there. All right. It's a lot of music, a lot of great music produced here in Georgia.
And people don't even know.
But Caribbean-based artists, Caribbean descendants, here, but they're produced here. Soca, reggae. We got live bands here in Georgia. So everything that you would usually have to buy that plane ticket for, or get on the cruise ship for, or we have right here.
Yeah.
You can be enjoying right here in Georgia. We got the carnival coming up, of course. That's gonna be back.
You got me an outfit coming up?
parade.
You got me a carnival outfit coming up? You talked to somebody yet?
Listen, I got the plug. Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm
I'm gonna connect you,
There you go.
and you can work out your feathers and all of that stuff. Of course, always best, always the best.
Okay, all
all right. So you don't
got
want
it.
anything with too much,
Yeah.
material.
That's right. Well, that's
ain't
my
good.
world anyway.
Feathers ain't good.
Guys, let me tell you something about these carnival outfits. It's no joke. It's beautiful, and they are extremely expensive. So they kind of started off like earlier within the year, half of the year, because they want you to get an opportunity to be able to purchase your attire and look great, guys. Look great. So, Peck, I just want to make sure that you get your main message out. Is there anything that you want to tell the radio stations here in Atlanta, the V103s, the 97.5s, and all these radio stations that you guys are here? Because I think that you guys should have the opportunity to display your music once again on the radios that we listen to today, instead of just having your station, that's your platform, but giving you the opportunity to share the wealth and the knowledge and the joy and the peace and all the ambiance with the world, because they can eat your food, they can wear your clothes, they can date your people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I tell them, say, Master date all them people from Jamaica, you know.
Yes, all right.
Your girl got it, right? So what do you want to tell the radio stations today in order to open the door for you?
Well, it's not so much directly just to the radio stations, right? I want our artists, our producers, our managers, the PR people, everybody in the industry, just to make sure you're producing great music and you're doing the behind the scenes work. You're making the connections, having those conversations, kind of greasing the path. For
Bridging the gap.
where now when you come around with your song, with whatever you're looking to do, you have a relationship established, all right? Then we also need to get the community behind it. So when we're talking about commercial radio, like B103s and these stations, right? It's about the commercial money.
That's right.
So are the Caribbean businesses and those entities supporting that push as well, and that's how that works. Other than that, to the program directors, I know when Highlander Sound became big on the Atlanta scene, and we were offered an opportunity, they were going to playlist us. Basically, here's the songs that you guys are allowed to play. Okay, so if we're the Caribbean dudes and we're ripping up all the
Right.
Jamaican parties
There's
and all
no
that,
limit,
are you
right?
going to come and bring us to now say, here, play these hip hop songs during your set? So that wasn't what we were looking for at the time.
Right.
Thank goodness there's opportunities like community radio through WRFG in particular, 89.3, the Caribbean Running Show on Fridays, each and every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. That is Radio Free Georgia. So it's not commercial free, it's hand-picked music. So when I decide this is a good song and a good artist, it gets the spotlight. There's no payola or no commercial incentive
Right.
just to get it on. So you're going to hear quality music with the good themes and good messages that represent us as a people. You're gonna have fun at the same time,
like it.
right?
I like
and
it.
jam, and that's what it's all about. And I think that's all we were looking for in terms of being able to spotlight us,
Okay.
right? The way we want to be spotlighted and highlight that. So for anybody out there who has those kind of powers at those stations, right?
Cut the red tape and
Yeah.
listen to this guy.
Let's go. Let's have some real conversation about getting some dope music
That's right.
out there, and and keep the love. We came to entertain and have a good time, and
That's what it
there's a
is.
big pie out there, and everybody can get their slice of the pie.
Blow it up.
Boom. 80,000 Caribbean people in Georgia. 80,000.
Really now? Is it really?
80,000 from the 2019 census. So more since then. So when Georgia went blue, the Caribbean community had a lot to do with that, right?
okay. I
A
love
lot of new transplants coming down, especially from northeast side. And so, we're here. The unity is going to be important, but we've got some strength and we've got some platforms, and we're going to showcase ourselves to the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he got some backing in Yana Lu and chat down here at CLTV.
Thank you. There you
Yeah. So guys, it has been great interviewing this powerful young man. I would love for you to come back and just to share the update, give us an update on all the things that you guys have going. And right before we leave, tell people, when is the Caribbean show? When is the carnival here in Georgia?
Atlanta Caribbean Music Radio Show is every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on DWC Radio on your TuneIn app. So that's global. Anywhere you are, you tune in there. And also on your Roku TV. All right, you look for the Caribbean Live TV channel and you download and you make sure you subscribe and you can tune in and watch us while we're doing the radio show Mondays, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard it fresh down here from the horse's mouth itself. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, it has been an honor having you here on the Chew and Chat Yana Lu show. And I cannot wait until the carnival is here in Georgia, even though it's not the real Jamaican one. I can't wait. So, guys, please tap into this powerful gentleman. He has a lot of great things going on. He has a lot of powerful people also. Don't miss the great stuff that he has going on, guys. I love him, love him, love him. And if Yana Lu loves him, you better too. Now that has been great, guys, and I love it. That is what Yana Lu loves to do, to be able to bring down people, to inspire them, to educate them, to link them together, to make sure that everything is on a go, right? So no matter what it is in life that you have going on, guys, I tell you, I had to listen to one of my dearest friends, closest family members, just lose someone. And yeah, stay on the go. When life throws you lemons, squeeze the heck out of it and make lemonade. Guys, I have a wonderful, wonderful guest coming down tonight, and she is amazing. And the beautiful part about it is she is also on the Caribbean side as well, right? And she's going to educate us on something that I want people to know. I want them to understand about locks. I want them to know that stop calling them just dreads. I want them to know that it has a meaning behind it. I want them to know that just because you have locks, that doesn't mean you're a Rastafarian, right? And she's going to educate us on that. But she has a special nugget. Miss Queen.
Hey,
What you do, girl?
how are you?
You know, Cardi, I love you too. But guys, this is Miss Queen. I love her. She has her own book, and she's also connected with the CLTV Life family, right? And she does a lot of great things. But Miss Queen, I am so excited to have you down here today because I think you are a wonderful woman. Okay. And I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to come and visit your home spot down the street,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Right. And the fact that it was so loving and so endearing, but yet so magnifying into the knowledge and the wisdom and what I was able to do to walk in that space and find my space, right? And I remember what goes in the dark comes to light. I remember.
Yeah.
You thought I forgot? God, Queen has an amazing spot. She not only has a place in order to let her be your loctician. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I feel so good. So she not only has the opportunity to be your loctician, Mrs. Queen has a healing spot because she has a very high discerning spirit like myself. I can discern anything that is around me, I mean, from like miles to come. And loving woman she is, but she enabled me to walk in her experience. We went from her area of getting you grounded and rooting and giving you the education of what locks are. But in the midst of her locking your hair and building that spirit and that connection that she's the woman that's governing you, she also took me to a healing room.
The Lock Museum. And the Lock Museum is coupled with the spiritual mentoring, right?
Yeah.
Because the focus behind that, I really wanted the message to be consistent. And I know everybody has their perceptions and things, but I just wanted it to be consistent with each person that comes because I know that it works, right? And it works based off of just changing that mental lock that we have. And once we're able to pinpoint, okay, here's where that blockage is, right? And I can pretty much pick it up based off of the conversation and I'll know, okay, that's where your blockage is. Consider this thought, right?
Yeah.
Once you consider that thought and it resonates with you, then you no longer think like you did that second ago and you have really elevated. And once you elevate, then pretty much all the things that are not serving you purpose would just go away. They'll leave you off of stupid reasons, right? It's like you didn't like their Instagram. It's like, what? We just had 14 years of a friendship and because of my Instagram. So, but those are just the signs to show you that, hey, you elevated your frequency.
Right.
And they did their job. So let's not hold on to them because the ancestors say, they come in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Right? So not everybody is meant to hold, but we are such loyal, loving people that we don't want to see anybody go. But when a person has been that bridge in your life for that lesson, it's okay. They did their job.
Yeah. That's amazing. That is amazing because like Mr. Peck was saying, the guest that just left and then the young lady that we have coming, which is so amazing because she and I don't want to spoil who she is, but she and I was having some of the very conversations that you're speaking about right now. And with the things that's going on in the world today, Miss Queen, God, you're just graceful. You're just graceful. You're making me like be good. You know what I mean? She's making me be good, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, her whole presence is an honor. But with the things that's going on today, we need somebody like yourself. I think this is the third week that I've had somebody down. I had Miss Char Bates was here 2 weeks ago, and then she was talking about the energy and healing and things of that nature. And then last week I had Dr. Georgetta, okay,
Okay.
Reynolds,
Hey.
aka her baby's daddy.
Okay. I get it.
Hey, when I interview you, I don't play around. I really put it down.
Okay.
And then, like, we're having you, Miss Queen, just as beautiful as you are, graceful as you are. To me, I think you're the mother hen to all of us because when I'm looking at you, you're making me want to act right.
Oh, really?
All right.
Is that nurturing spirit?
Yeah, it is. And you know, powerful you said that. That nurturing spirit. Women, we got to get back to nurturing. Right? So talk about what it is that you've been seeing. Some of the things, I know you can't get personal and because that museum, guys, that museum is personal. She walked me in there through the whole thing and I was attentive. I listened on purpose. I listened on purpose.
And honestly, what I've been seeing is no fault, right? Because it can get deep, but it's no fault of anybody. It's just the system that we're in, right? And you were put into school for 12 years, not to rely on your thoughts, not to think about anything. You just raise your hand, listen, and recall, right? So 12 years of that practice from Monday through Friday and some on the weekends, it's like after school is over, it's like, okay, who do I ask now? Who do I answer? And then typically we rely on friends, but instinctively we're like, that didn't resonate with me, right? But we're in that habit. So I just want people to unlearn and relearn because the answer always is in you, right? A prime example, when you say, oh, I want this particular car, and then you see it everywhere. That's manifestation, right? You thought it, you spoke it, and so it shall be. So it just takes practice to put that in alignment with everything that you want, with your purpose, right? And the beautiful thing is that we have instincts. We never ever think about it, but we know to rely on it. But that's the one thing that we don't rely on. But every time we do, it's like, okay, that's what I was supposed to do. Every time we don't rely on the instincts, it's like, man, I should have listened to my first mind. But that's that quiet whisper, right? That's that quiet whisper from the Most High. So basically, the Bible always say, and this is how it links to spirituality because we have a reference, right? No matter what your religion is, the message is the same.
Yes.
It's just the wording is different, but the message. So remove the religion part and just get the guidance, the structure.
Nice.
Right? So once you get the structure, you like, oh my God. So if you know what the Bible said about the kind of husband, you would have not chose a couple of them, right? But
She healing y'all right now, y'all.
You know
She
what I'm
really
saying?
giving y'all some nuggets that you should have a pen and a paper for.
Right. So in life is either a lesson and blessing, right? Lessons are hard. We learn through pain, but we got it, right?
Yeah.
So you still winning because you learned something from it. And blessings is it came, you listened, and you enjoy it. So either way, you're winning. So life is really not hard once we put all the pieces in this proper perspective. Then you realize, okay, my only mission here is to each one reach one, teach one, right? And then not holding their hand through their journey, but just being that peace. Because what I found most is that a lot of us are people pleasers. We've been taught to be people pleasers, and that's not an even pour. So a lot of times we're pouring and not getting it. So you get a bunch of leeches that attach to you, but it's all
Another
really,
nugget.
it's all really setting boundaries, having boundaries, and just knowing what peace means to you, right? So once you understand what that peace means to you, then you protect that, right? We always want to protect this person, that person, this person, but pull all them arms back in.
But you're aligned right now, so now you can connect to what's.
All you got to do is listen and give them another perspective and have them pray to the Most High for discernment, for clarity, for understanding. Because I never forget, because, you know, with my clients, sometimes the message is for me, sometimes it's for them. So it's an even exchange. And I remember I was just in this mode of, okay, you're claustrophobic. Let's figure it out. It's from childhood. I know. Let's go. And she's like, Spirit said no, don't say. I was like, what? How you going?
Right.
Talk,
But
right,
God.
right. But she shared with me a dream. Basically, she's like, also, you know, at that stage, she was a people pleaser. She had this basket or a net of a bunch of people in her mind who she was helping, right? So she's like, reach out to me, reach out to me. Come on, what are you doing? Reach down
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
And she was like, God was like, basically, what are you doing? You're in the way.
Mm.
If they're reaching for you, they can't be reaching for me.
Wow.
Right? And
Wow.
that was so profound. I was like, check.
Wow. I love it. I love it. So
Check.
at that point, when it gets to you and your people, I'm not good with distractions. But when it gets to you, when it gets to you and your love that you give to each person that you give the locks, I want the people to be educated that these are not just dreads, these are locks. It's a different meaning. So can you shed some light in on the difference in what it is? Everybody's not a Rastafarian just because they have locks. What's the difference? Because people are uneducated about that today.
Yeah. So I wrote the book Locks Linked to Spirituality because I was just extremely frustrated with seeing how the importance were on parts and styles and all that. And, anytime I get a new client, I'm like, okay, so, what's that relationship like with your last person? Because it's an exchange of energy, right?
Right.
So I want to protect mine just as well as I protect the next person, right? Because immediately you'll be frustrated if that person's frustrated, vice versa. But it's a vow, right? You take a vow to no longer conform to society, to learn about your creator and be in alignment with self, right? And in every culture, locks was the original hairstyle. And as long as your locks were, you knew that that was a wise person. They were highly spiritual because if you took the vow when you started your locks and you studied your creator till your locks was on the ground,
Right.
you were very
Real wisdom.
like zip it.
You're like
and
one of the
listen.
ones of wisdom.
Okay.
So can you do, I'm gonna pause you for a second. She's long-winded like me, guys. I want you to tell them about signing that, making sure that they take that oath when you're going into that. Talk a little bit about them, educate them about that, because everybody doesn't know that that's something to do. People just go now, I'm sorry, guys. People just go now and they just think they're getting their hair done and, oh, I got locks, I got dreads. You have Caucasian people getting it. You have every race now running to get it. But when we African Americans receive it, or Jamaicans to receive it from where it originated from, guess what happens? We're condemned for that. They have people in schools that if you get locks, there was a child playing football and he had his locks, as beautiful as it was. And the Caucasian descent was offended because of lack of knowledge. You guys just have to get knowledge. So we have Miss Queen here going to educate you. So about signing that and doing that, talk a little bit about that.
Of course, bullies is always going to bully what they know and understand is a higher authority, right? Because we get information from the sun, we get guidance from the Most High. The longer your locks get, it's more clear. Locks is the only hairstyle that you don't go and just do. Like you
Right.
go, oh, let me get braids, let me get a weave. It's like you get that thought and you fight it for so long. You fight it for so long. It's because when you make that commitment, it teaches you loyalty, it teaches you commitment, it teaches you patience, and it helps you become in alignment with self. Because everyone who cut their locks to get a job always loses that job. And the lesson there is loyalty.
Be yourself.
Right?
Be
Because
true
if
to
a
who you
job
are.
needs to change you because of your locks,
You don't need to be there.
what else is next, right? But understanding the system that we're in is not teaching individuality, it's teaching you to plug and play, right? You got to conform to this job, you got to conform to this, you got to conform to that, right? So with that being said, is just stay true to that because once you put into practice to follow your instincts every time that it guides you, you literally are led to your purpose here on life.
Nice.
And that's what everybody is always wondering. What am I here for? What am I supposed to do? Your passion is something that leads you into, that's your tool in this earth, right? So whatever you do with your heart, that leads you to your wealth. Right? So and so that's what the Lock Museum also is, home of passion, right? Because you need that one time, that one supporter, that one this, that one that. So that home of passion basically is, it's okay, come here.
When I walked in that room, when I walked in that home of passion, guys, it really felt like a real museum. You got to tap into her. You have to, I don't care if you just come just to visit her space, because the good thing about it is you're going to be healed before you walk up out of there. When I walked in there, it was like I felt a sense of peace, right? It felt like walking to the door, first of all, from coming from her salon. So she has 2 suites. I love you, sugar. She has 2 suites, but coming out of her loctician area, which was beautiful, you feel the ambiance of something changing within you. You can tell, you can feel the shift of just being a regular person walking in the door, right?
It's a pour.
Is the pour. So then once we come from that and it pours into us and we go into these other thresholds, like just coming from the door itself, opening the door and walking on the red carpet, because you know I'm a bougie chick. I'm classy ratchet. I'm going to just keep it real. This is raw. I'm classy ratchet. I'm a whole lot of classy, but boo, I can get ratchet.
Okay.
So my ratchetness kind of like went to sleep when I walked around the corner on the red carpet, and then my eyes began to act like a tourist, like, wow, and what's this? And I was seeing so many things. It's so many interesting things that you have in this space that blew my mind, right? From the garland just hanging up above the sky in the pictures. And I was like, like, what's this? And what's that? And and the way you explained it, it was so peaceful. It was so unique. Because back in the day, I had a thought, right? That when I had my salon and spa, I wanted to open it up in a certain spot. I can't put it to the energy yet because it's still in motion. And then I wanted to have my own Christian-based cosmetology school. But I wanted to have a prayer room. And you open up my third eye like, really? Like
It's
this
okay. Like, do it the way you want to. That makes you an entrepreneur.
But there are some things that you share with me about walking that walk. Talk to me about walking in that room and why you have to come to that room if you're in that chair.
Because a lot of people, especially like when I hear that they are not connected, they feel it, right? They feel like there's more to it than just the locks. And when I see that they don't have it, it's like a fast-paced way of bringing them up to speed.
Okay.
And a lot of people who start locks, they're nervous, right? And it's like, why are you nervous?
I want sister locks.
But it's a way of me explaining to you that it's okay. Right? You're the chosen one.
Okay.
Don't be nervous, because the only thing that you're nervous about is yourself not being able to commit to this, to that. But you're more likely able to commit and stick with it and go through that journey if you understand what is up ahead, right? Because fears of the unknown, you're not knowing what's going to happen, this and that. But there's nothing to fear because it's false evidence appearing real, right? It's a smoke, but it's also everything you thought of. So
Powerful.
it's just unlocking that and removing that thought, and that broken mirror there is bringing all those insecurities and things to the surface and address them, and teaching how to use affirmations. So when you self-sabotaging with those negative thoughts, knock it out with that affirmations and putting that into practice, because faith is like a small mustard seed, honestly.
It is a small
And it takes a lot to go against your fear, the bubbles in your stomach, and just know that life is designed already. So if it's happening in your benefit, right? So the only thing that you have to do is make a choice of right versus wrong, faith or fear, God or Satan.
I like it.
You understand?
I like your, you touched on a powerful part in your space, which is, I like fortune cookies, guys. She knows where I'm going with it. I like fortune cookies. But she has a bowl of fortune cookies, guys. Like, you get to take this walk, and before you can get to the cookie, the great part, right? The sugar sweet, you get to walk this museum and learn about yourself and feel things that you never felt before, and get explained what these things are about this beautiful queen, and you enlighten them, right? You didn't make me feel like inferior to you. You didn't make me feel like I was lesser than. You didn't make me feel anything. You just actually woke me up and telling me, some things about me and some things that I need to see, and then you able me to go in the cookie jar, right?
Yeah, the ancestry basket.
The ancestry basket. So, guys, you get to pull out of this basket, and I say pray before you do it. I say pray before you do it, because I was,
you didn't know what to expect.
what you say, you just don't know what to expect, and it's beautiful though. You know what I mean? It's really beautiful.
Honestly, it's nothing bad about it. Is everything that we know, right? Those phrases like you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Those
Right.
kind of phrases that our families taught us. I just collected the ones that you know, because honestly, when you really understand what it is, that is our Bible for real, right? Because
There
it
you
passed on for generation to generation. And those are our spiritual tools that we need when we come across somebody that we don't understand what we're supposed to do next, right? So when you come across a certain situation, then it's like, you can't lead a horse to water and make it drink. I understand where I'm supposed to just let this go, right?
Right.
So, but they pop up right at the right times. But if you don't know it, you don't have it to use, and now you're asking somebody, what do you think I should do about this? What you should? So I said, how cool would it be if we collectively, as a village, use those same phrases and put it so that it can help your kid, your kid, your kid, your kid, right? Because I call it the ancestral basket because those are proven phrases that someone down in our generation has gone through this and had learned that lesson and passed it down to the next, because each family is fighting their own spiritual demon.
True that.
Right? That's what they call generational curses.
True that.
So your grand was saying, hey, you can't lead a horse to water, but that spirit is in this bloodline right here. So when they try to come for you, you know how to handle it, because every generation is better than the next, right? Because it's a different language, it's a different technology, makes us more knowledgeable. Like the youth now, they're so much wiser because they have so much information, where my generation, we had encyclopedia. So how many times you could learn about a bird?
And they've changed. Let me tell you something. And they changed that book over the dictionary and everything else, you know, so many times to where it's not stickable, right?
Right.
Well, that's good. So is there anything that you want the public to know more about you and about what you do? And I want you to tell them how to find you, because guys, you got to get this wealth. I know God said, look, if you drink of my water, you won't thirst anymore. But if you drink of somebody else's water, which is not of God, then you're going to thirst forever. You'll be dehydrated walking around here like a crunk up raisin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, but when he put people in place like ourselves, you know, myself to put a panel on and let people tell the beautiful things, and then yourself, how you made a museum out of it. You took it, you're like the, so this is how I look at my guests when they come down. I think everybody is beautiful. I think everybody is powerful. I think everybody is amazing. And I love the knowledge that people have, you know, because God said, Yana, I tell you guys always, if you help the people nobody want, I'll give you the people that everybody want. You know, and you got to mind, like Lawrence Prescott always says, God, I love that name, Prescott. Right? So, yeah, so wealthy, so rich. Find a kid and marry me, Prescott. I'm just kidding. And like Adam too, right? So, but when you start minding your own business and tapping in and horning in on who you are and taking these nuggets that you're giving us, guys, because you need to really write this down, horn it, watch it over and over again, whatever you got to do, because we're going through some hard times right now. We're facing some serious troubles, and it's like they say the war is coming. I want to tell y'all something. The war been here 3 years ago. World War III been here. It's a mental war. It has nothing to do with physical, right? It's a mental war, and you got to get knowledge. You got to get, you know, information, and that's what this beautiful queen is doing, and, you know, sharing things with you guys. So tell us how to get in contact with you.
So on Instagram is Dynasty Healing, because we're kings and queens healing as a dynasty collectively, and NJS Hair Care, and even if you Google, everything is the same, Dynasty Healing or NJS Hair Care.
Consistency, huh? All right, and that's a power.
Easy.
Keep it easy. I was gonna say
Keep it easy.
We're gonna teach you. So keep it easy, guys. Keep it simple, stupid is what I say. I told you I'm classy ratchet, but it gets real here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we real, and if you can't be real, then guess what? We'll be sitting up here on the panel just being boring, and they're gonna be like, okay, what's this about? Okay, next. No, I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you cry. I mean, my people are gonna come on here and they're gonna educate you. They're gonna uplift you. Like I have another powerful guest coming, and I love it. You know, it's a plethora of knowledge. So is there anything that you want the people to know as they're entering into your space, as they're coming, as they're preparing themselves for this journey to have their hair locked, right? Is there anything that you can share them to knock out the fear and to move forward in that direction? Because there's some things that's going to come to them that's meant for them.
Well, basically, just understand that you were an angel who volunteered to come down here on earth for these lessons and these blessings to prove God right. So life is already designed. So there's nothing really to fear, because God said no weapon formed against you will prosper. And it's just understanding that it's not going to happen as long as you live right and do right. There's nothing to fear other than lack of knowledge, right? Because knowledge is power. And when you know, you walk in that confidence. So all you have to do is be you, right? Because you were designed. Anything that you feel like is not of you, then it's pretty much telling God he made a mistake and you just don't want to do that. You might want to be fearful of that, then to just understand that you are enough. Everything about you is enough. What it is that you want to do as a career is in you already. When people say, "Oh, I want to be a writer," that's a personal thing. So you are already a writer. Who told you that you have to do anything other than just write?
Right.
So all the answers are in you. Stop looking outside for answers and just sit still and listen to the
Say that
voice
again.
within. Just
Look
sit
at me.
still.
Say that again.
Just sit still
Thank you. Okay.
and listen to the voice
And I'm
within.
sitting still.
Because everything is there. Everything is there.
Yeah.
And a lot of us always goes into the room hoping to fit in. That's not how you go in there. You go in there to introduce yourself, right? Because you are different. You are not like anybody else. So introduce yourself,
There you go.
you know, and you'll be fine.
Now,
honestly.
about this introduction, when they introduce themselves, it should be as a matter of fact. You got to know who you are.
That's it.
And that's the
when
point
you
of sitting
sit
still. Oh, look at God. That's sitting still. Guys, you need to be able to know to sit still. But what Miss Queen has to offer is to make you guys accept what you see and what's going to happen while sitting still. Because sometimes we go through life and sometimes we go through ups and downs and turns and we refuse to accept it, right? We refuse to accept it because it's a hard pill to swallow. Because, guys, I already know life can throw you some baskets of lemons and you can just keep letting them roll and you'll cry and you'll cry. It's like an onion, right? But at the end of the day, I choose to, you know.
Congratulate that, because if it wasn't for those pains, you won't be able to elevate your thinking. So if we switch from saying, why is this happening? No, go into leadership mode and say, hey, what am I supposed to learn from this? Because this hurts. And it's hurting for my attention, right? Because if it didn't hurt, then you'll miss it.
Yeah.
But when that fire burns, it's like, oh, I understand it burns now. So what was I supposed to learn from this? And then once you realize what I was supposed to learn and you get it, it never comes back.
Wow.
But
So when it happens again, you know not to do that.
Correct.
She's
So
summing it up.
If it repeats itself, then you didn't learn it the first time. This time, sit still and really focus, because what you assumed last time wasn't it. And a lot of times it just be something that we find internally that we want to latch on to because we don't feel like we're enough for this. So it's like, I'm holding on to this because I don't think I can do it by myself.
Right.
And that's where the lesson is.
Wow.
You found dependency in the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be dependency up here.
Up here.
And then everything is in alignment.
I love it. Guys, I think it is amazing. I have enjoyed you down here with me. I think you got to come back, honey, because you are juicy. Guys. I mean, it's just a plethora of knowledge and information that I love in order to inspire people and to get you and get your juice box running, to get you lifted up, to get you in the beginning of wanting to, ignite that fire and get things going for yourself, because it's a lot that we can be going through. It's a lot of stuff that we are going through, and that we need information. We need the people to tell us stuff. We need stuff to be there for when we are feeling so bad. We need that. We need that, guys. And so that's why I want to be a liaison and bringing people on to inform you and to inspire you, because these women and gentlemen that I'm bringing down here, they are my favorite people. You know why? Because they've overcome the struggle. Yeah. My next guest, she is phenomenal. So is Miss Queen. But this little hot red thing, girl, whoo, she's a pepper. And I know you guys have seen her on many, many platforms all over the world talking about how to get your credit in order. What's going good, Miss Angela?
Because listen, the connection is real.
What you said?
I am so happy
From
to
the
be
phone
here.
call?
Yes.
Y'all, oh God, we look like light-skinned
look
dark
good,
skinned
don't we?
sisters.
Okay.
Damn. Okay,
All right.
cross the
Okay,
mat. We're
yeah,
going to
we
volley
right,
together. Come on,
right,
give me
okay,
something.
yeah.
Guys, Andrea, guys, she's an amazing little hot pepper to me because when I saw her, I'm going to tell y'all what I was most attracted to her. What most women are intimidated. I loved her beauty. I loved her inside beauty and I loved her outer beauty. And she's a powerful pact. And she comes letting you know. I love the fact that you are so gorgeous in the inside and the out, and that you're educating us, and that you're teaching us, and you're informing us. But then she ain't nothing to play with. I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil,
the truth, girl. Tell the
I mean,
truth.
it is what it is.
Listen.
She's powerful. So, Andrea, I mean, just tell them a little bit about. You ain't got to give them so much meat, but if
Right.
if it flows, you
Right,
know how we
okay.
do. Just let it
Yes.
flow. Tell them that you're not just this beautiful shell, because guys,
Right.
we got to love on our sisters.
Right,
We
that's
got to
right.
love on our sisters. And when I
That's
saw this girl, honey, she had this ponytail. I wear my hair back and forth. I wear my
Okay.
hair back and forth. Yeah.
Yes.
So I
well,
fell in
thank
love
God
with
I
that.
don't look like what I've been through. Amen.
Can you say that one more
Thank
time?
God I don't look like what I've been through.
Talk about it.
I've been through a lot, and see what most people know is they see the glory, but they don't know the story, sis.
Come on now.
They see the glory, but they don't know what you've been through.
That's right.
And so my passion is helping other people that have been through or going through what I've been through in the past. So, you know, I come from foster homes. I was a foster child. I got married at 16. Very uneducated about finances, very uneducated about credit. So I went to school and got a nursing degree. I knew how to make money, okay? But I didn't know how to budget.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to save.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to eliminate all that debt I was getting into.
Come on now.
And so I was sitting there, 32 years old, divorced, 479 credit score. Yeah. And I had a negative bank account, entrepreneur. I had transitioned from being a nurse over to entrepreneur because as a nurse, I really didn't have time with my kids. So I really had a passion for helping people that were in that spot.
Yes.
Because I needed help. And when I needed help, it was really hard to find, sis. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to find people like us
That's
really
genuine,
like
that really care.
Right.
Come on
People
now.
get a nugget, they find out something that's going to elevate them,
hide it.
and they going to hold it and hide it under a rock. And it's like, why? Let's share this information, because the more people that I can help be homeowners, the more people that I can help create residual income for themselves, that brings so much joy to my life, sis.
Amen.
Yes, I got good credit now.
Okay.
My credit score is right there at 800. Yes, I'm a homeowner now. Glory be to God. Got credit cards with high limits that I used to dream about, sis.
Yes.
I mean, I remember getting $300 credit cards.
Yes.
I remember having to get secured credit cards and
been
put
there.
my own money on there, okay? So if I can set people up where they can get high limit credit cards and invest in whatever it is that they want to invest in,
Come on
whether it be real estate, whether it be go and get a car and put it on Turo or whatever it is, we have got to learn how to help each other create multiple streams of income, get our credit back on track, and learn how to keep it there. You know?
This girl's on fire.
There's a lot of people out here that are scamming people.
Yes.
They're getting over on people. You go on Instagram, people are charging $3,000, $2,000 for credit repair. Some of my clients come to me with horror stories, and it's really sad.
Oh, I'm one of them.
Sometimes it's our people that's getting over on them.
Stop.
So,
Y'all, it's
listen.
always, and cut it out. We already got the
Stop,
government.
please
we
stop.
already got the government yanking
Right.
on that with a chain
Right.
on. I ain't afraid to say it.
Right. And if we look at other cultures, they have each other's back.
They have each other's back.
They're educating each other. They're helping each other. They're bringing each other along.
Yes.
We're that only culture that has that issue that it's time to break those curses. It's really time to break them and help as many people as we can. And so I also have a 19-year-old daughter who graduated high school, and she's now
And she
in
looking
business with
19.
me. Okay, thank you. She's in business with me. She's hit a 6-figure title with me. She's making residual income, helping people with their credit. But not only that, the young people coming out of high school build credit from nothing.
They doing it.
Yes. Getting these secured cards, I mean, people don't know. You can add your rent. As a parent, you can say your child pays you rent every month. Add their rent onto their credit report.
Teach 'em.
Now that's going to boost up their score. So we got to really educate on all the resources that are out here.
on.
Yes, and that's what I'm
Yo.
here for. That's what I'm here for.
Y'all see all that? Girl, you even look good on the screen.
Okay,
Y'all see
thank
all
you,
that?
So
Now,
silly.
now look, me and Andrew, we cut up. You know what I'm
We
saying?
do,
God put
we
us in
do.
each other's life for
We
a
do.
great reason, and we
I
cut
know
up
he
on the
did.
back.
I really
did.
know that he did.
You hear me? There wasn't number God. Because let me tell you something.
It
These two
was.
powerful
I
little.
said that earlier on the phone. This is God.
And nothing but God. She did. Because you know what? We understand the plan. We understand the plan. And both of us have been some hurt women that gone through some things,
Right.
but we chose
That's right.
to look at it different. Because let me tell you something, we already been there, done there, seen it, how we can hurt you,
Yes.
seen. So when the attack come, what I told you I do, I get my testimonial book.
Get ready.
What you said?
Get ready for
I get
overflow.
ready for overflow.
Yes. Be an
I'm getting ready for
expectation.
overflow.
Okay,
Don't
sing,
start
girl.
it.
Okay. It's not gonna be able to hold a tune with you.
I know.
but
Okay.
I'll pump you up, sis. I will boost
She
you
got my
up.
background on that one. I love you, baby. I do. I love
Yes.
it. Andrea, tell them a little bit about, like, let me tell y'all one of the things, like, because she told me, she said, I got my credit, got my house. Let me tell you something. She was walking on a bad crib on her social media.
Okay.
And she was coming out, flopping.
I
That
did it.
ponytail was like, yo. She had all that white on. And she was talking about how her credit's good now, how
Yes.
everything is, how you was coming out your struggle, and how
Yes.
you're not afraid to show it. And
Yes.
that's the thing, like I told you on the phone, that I really love about you, because
Right.
you're not afraid to show it, but you're a powerhouse. And it's like, okay, Testament don't play.
Right. Don't play with it.
Don't play with it now.
Don't play with it.
Either get it
Don't
or
play with my
go.
children. Don't play with my money. Don't play with God. We're not gonna play with none of
And
those
don't play with
things,
my food, okay?
Oh, the food, the crab legs.
Baby,
Okay? We're not gonna play with the crab
That
legs.
garlic butter bread. These two tiny, beautiful babies up here,
Listen.
baby. We ain't playing with
Yes,
it. We probably
yes.
gonna eat them under the house and
Okay.
home. But what I want y'all to eat from her is I want you to eat this knowledge.
Yes.
That's what I want you to eat. And
Yes.
the fact that God has blessed, us with a platform, because this is not my platform. This is the platform for them to come and have another source of
Right.
resource in order
Right.
to spread the word, right?
Right.
Because we want to make sure that she's seen all over the world. We want to make sure the Queen's seen all over the world. We want to make sure Peck is seen all over the world, and all the rest of the people. And so God utilized me in order to come to a home, a house with family. And I just got me a new love. Her name is Miss Alice, baby. Miss Alice.
Okay.
So, I love Miss Alice because she's going to get Yana right.
That's
and,
right.
And I embrace her. And that's what we're supposed to do as women, like you and I came on. So Miss Alice, sis, is one of the young ladies that's here with production. And they you know how we can get sometimes, if somebody said, okay, well, Mr. P was sick. He was like, well, Yana, I'm going to have Mr. Alice. The norm chick would do what?
Who is that?
There you go.
I don't know her.
Look how real that
is
is. Because that's exactly
That's
what we
right.
do.
That's what we do.
But then the me and the you
Right.
was like, okay, what you got to offer, what you can show me, what you can teach me.
Right.
I want to learn some
Let's
more.
network.
Network, baby.
Yes.
I'm a sponge for knowledge.
That's right.
I couldn't wait to hug her. I walked in
Okay.
here, I think I kissed her about 65 times. Her cheek probably hurt right now.
Listen. That's
I'm
good.
serious.
Though, to have that outlook
It is.
on
It
every
is.
new relationship. We meet each other and we're competitive. Instead of being competitive, how can I help you and how can you help me?
That's right.
What can we do for each other?
That's right.
That's how it should
That's
really,
right.
really be.
That's
I mean, I come from a broken home. I got married when I was 16, married for 10 years, got 3 kids. I went through a divorce, and I was a broken person that needed just some good connections, just some good love.
Right.
I always wanted family.
Right.
And right now, even in my business, building all over the United States, I have family. Building with you.
Amen.
Creating networks, creating relationships, creating family. I prayed to God for it. I create my own family.
What?
Yeah, I might not have it.
Say
My
it
daddy
again.
might not have
You did
wanted
what?
me. He might not have been there. I might have been a foster child.
But you did what?
But I created my own family.
What you said, hold your
Yes,
head up,
ma'am.
queen, and make it shine.
Yes,
Because that's what
ma'am.
we out here doing.
Yes,
Let me tell y'all something, all right? Let me tell y'all something. I shared it with sis, and most people, and I know my mentor is going to kill me for doing this, but we got to be raw. We got to be real.
That's right.
Guys, I'm
We
trying to
gotta be
reach
real.
y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, look, 3 weeks ago, my car was repossessed. So for all y'all people wonder, where Yana at the hotel, sitting still with God,
Won't be for long.
in a fiery furnace, refining me, clearing me away from those people that should not be around me. Because where I'm going with this sister and everybody
Okay.
else, y'all
Yes.
can't come.
Yes.
So that's where it is.
That's
You
it.
understand what I'm saying? But I chose not to pay it because they were ripping me off. I already paid this car off, and I said, baby, if you want this car, I called him. I said, look, consumer credit, I don't care.
Okay.
Ain't no more. You tell me one
We'll
more
help you
time.
get it off,
Let me
sis.
say, for sure.
We'll talk after the
see,
show.
I'm doing this because I want y'all people to know that this is real.
Right.
Okay?
Be transparent.
Be transparent. And the only way, I don't want to sit up here and be pretty. Now, I am. And for y'all
Okay,
haters,
and you are.
hey,
Very
you
beautiful.
too. It's a mirror,
Okay,
boo. I
right,
swear to God, I look
right,
like you
right.
just
We
look
glowing
darker.
off each other all day.
I'm sorry, Cardi B, I'm still in the album, but it's my feeling.
Oh,
it's
that's
what's
your thing.
healing.
Okay,
It's
that's
what's
right.
healing. It's better me to say that than say something else.
Okay.
But guys, I chose to, and I told them, I said, let me tell you something. If you tell me another February when I start doubling up on these payments, when I saw I was close,
Oh,
I ain't
yes.
giving you nothing else. And they
Yes.
did. And guess what I did? I said, find me. You know, you don't put things in the air, baby.
Okay.
And I've been whipping back and forth for a minute. And then I went to go
Wow.
shop on a Thursday, right? 2 Thursdays ago. And it was so funny. And Mr. Patrick, because he hate Mr. P, Mr. Patrick, he was like, I called him and I told him, and it was in 11 o'clock at night because I'm always up. I'm always working, doing some stuff. And I said, well, yo, you know, my car is stolen. So hi, y'all. It wasn't stolen. I said, look, when the cop got there, the lady said, I made a phone call and I called the 911 and I said, hey, listen, I ain't paid this car no 2.5, 3 months. Let's just climb it 3, right? Because I told them I'm tired of paying $800 and it's not even worth it to be paid off.
Exactly.
So I tell you what, can you do me a favor, Mr. Policeman? He said, what is it? I said, go ahead and put me, y'all got a system where you can put me in the system to see if I'm on the repossession list. He said, you are funny. I said, no, I'm for real. Because my laptop is in there, my writings, I write movies, I write scripts, my stuff right here, everything that's really, really important to me is in that whip. So I want it to be repossessed. Do you understand me?
Right.
So I can
So I
find
get
it.
my stuff.
Okay?
Right.
Okay? So he did that. And I said, but do me one favor. He said, well, if it's repossessed, because it did not say it all night until the next morning. So he said, well, if it's repossessed, what do you want me to do with you? You're a precious gem. And I said, aw, thank you, white cop. And I made it personal about the color. Because he didn't hit me, he didn't harm me, he didn't be condescending, he didn't, because all white cops are not bad.
Okay.
They're
Say
not.
that. That's right.
There were white people in slavery days that hid us in the house
That's
to be
right.
safe because they were sick of it. That's a trained behavior. Like she's training you to help your credit and everything, plus more to make money. That's a trained behavior. So he said, what do you want me to do? I said, listen, I'm at the Hilton over here across the street. This is what I want you to do for me. I want you to put me in this car, and I want you to take me across the street, and I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel like the most important woman getting out this car. He says, it's a done deal. But one thing, you can't sit back there with your purse. He said, nobody rides in my car with a bag or anything. You gotta sit in front.
Yeah, right.
Now, I'm laughing because I carry everything as mama that's important to me in my purse because I'll tell you another moment. I caught COVID. I'm being rare. And
Right,
guess what,
be
guys?
real.
And then I'm
That's
going to
what we
use
here
her
for.
to fix my credit because I'm at that moment, right? So
Right.
you can know that it's real. We got to be transparent. So I put everything in my purse that I felt that was important to me that I didn't want to sit, like my second cell phone, you know, my selfie stick, you know, that thing's important to me. It's important. So, for real, you know what I'm saying?
We all got
a
our
glass
things
of
in,
wine,
okay,
baby. Just
listen,
hold
okay,
on.
right.
So that selfie stick, which is actually Mr. Prescott's selfie stick, because he's holding mine. Mine was electrical. I ain't got time for all of that. You know what I'm saying? I do something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yes, I got
at
you.
that time, I ain't got time to try to figure
Right.
all these things
Right,
out. And for all y'all, hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Okay.
People you would know.
Right.
I love you. So at that point in time, I had a couple of electronics in my purse, right?
Okay.
And I like that Louis, that Gucci, that Coach girl. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the name drop. It's the class of that they carry
That's
themselves.
right.
So I choose to be that class, right? So I put these things in my purse, and he said, well, good God, it's heavy. I said, but don't hurt yourself. You had it in the front seat. We pulled up at the Hilton. I'm sitting there all pritz and prim, like in the cop car. Like,
Okay.
who are you?
Okay.
Okay. So I get out the cop car. He opens the door, right? Because I can't open it myself. It ain't like I'm really all that. But I can't open it myself from the inside, so y'all can't run away. So he opens the door, sis, and then he does like this to my hand because I said, make me feel fabulous.
Wow.
So he gets my hand because I'm pulling up at the Hilton out of a cop car, right? Like, who is this? Did she do something? We gotta find out. No, he's bringing me here. So by the time I walked in there, and the people that were around the car that's seen in the hotel, they was like, who is that? Who is that? So, you know, I told him, I said, can I get my glasses? I'm a shade girl. And I put them glasses on. You couldn't see my eyes. You couldn't see nothing. And I walked like this. And they were like, who is that?
Okay,
Don't worry about
posture.
it. What?
Posture.
I already had my little key card and walking
Right.
right on up to the room like,
Okay.
So, guys, this is what I want her to get you to do. So I want to allow her to tell her information, how to get in contact with her, because she needs your business and you need her business.
Yes, yes,
Freedom,
yes.
sis.
Awesome. Well, I want to leave you guys with a nugget for free just because most people are very uneducated about how their credit score is calculated. So I want you guys to write this down if you can and take this information and go and use it. So your credit score is calculated of multiple different types of ways. 35%, that's your payment history. So you got to make sure you're making your payments on time. 30% is your utilization. So you want to see your credit cards and how much are you spending. Now, let me give you a free nugget on that. They say keep it under 30%, but if you keep it 8% or below, it's really going to blow your credit score up. Now, a 15% is your length of credit. So how long have you had your accounts? 10% is the types of credit, installment loans versus revolving loans. So revolving is credit cards, installment is like your car note. And then the last 10% is new credit. So you don't want to go out here and just apply for a whole lot of credit at one time. So I want you guys to go on Facebook, Andrea McKeithrin on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Andrea_McKeithrin. Follow me if you have any questions. I'm free to answer those questions at any time. Don't feel like you're at any type of financial obligation. We're a nonprofit organization. We only charge the minimal that it takes to provide the service that we have to help our clients. If you're looking for some extra income, I help people all over the United States make residual income for themselves, make multiple streams, keep their job if they want to, but also make some money working from home. So definitely contact me. I would love to share this information with you. I would love to help you be a homeowner. Let me go ahead and just decree and declare it over your life right now that you will be a homeowner in 2022. Amen.
I'm in
If your
agreement.
credit is stopping you, get with me. We're going to fix that. And whatever else, God's going to move it out the way.
Woo! Ooh. That's a pepper. You hear me? I told y'all she hot, spicy red. Now I'm gonna tell you, sprinkle over your spaghetti and everything else.
Okay.
That's lame.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Lame.
Lame.
Lame. Okay. Guys, I love you too, fool. I told you I'm real, I'm frisky, I'm about life. I wake up like this. Good morning. I supposed to have been at supporting family at a funeral, and big ups to the whole family. There was an accident on 316. I see I love you. You know, that's your son-in-law, and he is the father to your daughter. I'm giving you love, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? I love you so much. I'm there in heart. I'm there in spirit. And I'm not going to cry, right? Because I know this is powerful. This young man, he dropped off his children, and then a 18-wheeler jackknife in front of him and took his life. How do you work with that? How do you work with that? So, guys, I'm loving all over my family. I'm just, you know,
Yeah. No words for that.
yeah. So big ups to the fam.
Lord
Big ups to the fam. I see it. Antoine, I know this was your son-in-law as well. You're my brother. I know it, and I love you guys. I'm there. But guys, this is a thing. Let me tell you something. When God take a life, he's birthing life. He's birthing life. So because I can be raw and I can be authentic and I can just be straight up, there are people that are going to come and do shows about government stuff. There are people that are going to come and do shows about music. There are people going to come and do shows about so many things. But the assignment that he gave me was to bring resources to your fingertips without you even having to do the work. All you got to do is write it down and make it plain.
Yes.
And
Ooh,
get up
Lord.
and move.
Yes.
Get up and move.
Yes.
Right or wrong.
Yes.
So is there some things that you've been seeing from people that when they come to you out of their brokenness and you rebuilding them, that's been like some repetitive things in life that you've seen in some of the same people? What's some of those things?
People are full of fear. They're absolutely full of it. And it stops them. Fear causes people to die dreamers and never go and reach whatever it is goal that they have for themselves. And it's really sad. And so it takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to be different, as we were talking about earlier. It takes courage to actually go out here and gain the knowledge to do the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
So we empower people. I tell people every day, it's personal development with a compensation plan attached.
Ooh, say it again.
You
It's
have
what?
got to develop yourself personally. It is personal development with a compensation plan attached. So we help people develop the courage and get rid of the fear. And so that's something I see with a lot of people is they're full of fear. They're very uneducated.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about credit. They don't know how it began or how it ends.
Right.
And so even once we get their credit where it needs to be, we still have to educate them because otherwise they're going to go back and mess up their money. So we help them budget, we help them save money, and we help them eliminate debt. Those are three main things that we actually focus on because I see people every day, they don't even know how to pay off debt. They listen to the credit card that says pay $25 a month.
Yeah.
And they're saying, I'm paying $25 a month. What happened? but you got to pay way more than $25 a month.
Come on now.
So a lot of people are uneducated. We're going to educate those people. A lot of people are full of fear. A lot of people are just don't know what to do. So we're just going to give them the footsteps.
Nice.
Give them the plan. Give them the roadmap to success or to that good credit score.
Nice.
A lot
I
of people
love
are hurting. There's a lot of people out here that are hurting.
It's a lot of pain going on. You
Yes.
know, and I think that's why God kind of birthed this into me to get up off of my butt. I had to get up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just chill. Y'all, I think there's a singer in me or something. I don't know what it is about today. Girl, you're making me like on
Listen.
fire. You're making me on fire.
I love it,
She
girl.
just bringing the greatness up
I
out
love
of
that.
It's your spirit.
Thank
you know what I'm
you.
saying? You
Thank you.
connect. And you know, I love Miss Queen because Queen brings about humbleness in me. Queen make me have awareness, and then you come as a second part and you make that go. You see what I'm saying? So
Energy
that's a
is real.
beautiful connection.
It's most
It
definitely
is.
real.
But this thing make me cut the food, and I love it. You know, I mean,
love
the
cutting food
audience
with
love
you,
it, right,
sis.
guys? If y'all could just give us a
Yes.
clap if y'all love it. I mean,
Yes.
it's great out here. You know what I'm saying? It's great. So, your energy connect with my energy can't do nothing but produce anything great.
That's
So I
all.
would love for us to share a platform, chat it up, and you know, I'm an inspirational, motivational speaker. You got something going on? Let me come and educate these people. Like
Yes,
most
I
definitely,
love
I'm
that.
ready to be on fire. I
Yes.
gotta have it.
No,
I
sis.
need it.
I'm
I
ready.
need it.
I'm ready to invest in you. We're gonna talk
Listen,
after this.
listen.
I mean, it's already done.
You already
What-
invested. She
listen.
already invested in my heart. Yo. Ain't going nowhere.
Spiritually, it's already done. We just about to walk into it in the natural. All right,
What's
let's
that?
go ahead and do it.
So I'm gonna ask you this. So this house, Caribbean Life TV, is a beautiful house. They have welcome arms, and they love on people, and I love that. That they welcome people and they give them opportunities. And so you might need to be talking to Ms. Lawrence Prescott and Ms.
Right.
And you know, because I got
Yes.
mine, you know, you
Right.
can get it somewhere over here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's
Connect,
right,
and that's what
right.
it's about. Connect and get
Networking
your
and
platform
connections.
going. Come and work
Yes.
something out with these guys and let them know what you're doing because you have a beautiful platform. I like it how you're everywhere, though. I like it how
Yes.
you're not, because see, I'm finna get outside the door with their selfies.
Right.
And
right.
I'm finna be moving.
Right.
Okay? So I offer you to talk to them about that. And
Yes.
it's just the spirit's telling me to tell you. That has
It's
nothing to
already
do
done.
with me.
When I
period.
walked in and I seen it was Caribbean, I worked with a lot of Caribbeans,
Talk
a lot of
about it.
Islanders. I was texting people when I walked in and I was like, oh, this is what this is? Oh, wow, this is destined by God.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, here we go.
It was destined by God when I came here. I came here for a movie part. I slammed the movie part.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they was
Yes.
like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get this girl 1, 2. So they called me, Mr. Sean Garvey. He was one of the ones that I interviewed first here. And he said, I'm complex. I said, why? I thought I just bummed it or something. He was like, no, you read good. You read so well. Ethically, you feel like, oh, wow. But he said that you had what it took. And there's Miss Tracy. She's a beautiful soul too, because she was the one, even though she's so busy that she can't just come on set every time. So I'm gonna chime her name, and we gotta do that.
Yes,
we gotta
we
give
will.
props
We
to
gonna
people
do
like
that.
herself and Miss Queen and every other person that's been on my panel. I give props and pay homage to you guys because it's your information that's feeding the souls. It's you
Yes,
that is waking these people up. It's Miss Queen that is waking these people up. It's Peck that's waking up. Because when you guys come on here and talk, you're opening up something that they didn't even know how to do. How to do. So
Educating the
because you've been through so much and they heard my mouth so much, tell them what are some things that you did in order to get up out the rut that you was in and did not hold back and kept moving forward instead of making a decision to stay down.
Well, first off, I got on my knees and I prayed.
That's all what you said.
That's the very first thing that I did because I was in a position where I went through a divorce. I was going through a very serious medical battle, and I really didn't know what to do. I was negative bank account, bad credit, mother of 3 kids, don't know what I'm about to do. God, please help me. Because we're drowning here. And so that's what I did was I got on my knees and I made a decision that my kids are not gonna see this. This is not what's gonna happen. So I got out here and I ran. Like I made a decision that if I gotta stay up day and night, whatever I gotta do, as many people as I gotta reach out to, as many people as I gotta touch, I'm going to do that because I have 3 kids, y'all, and they didn't ask to be here. And they wanted to have their own bedrooms. They wanted us to be homeowners. We were really going through it. And so going from renting to being a homeowner, It was absolutely amazing, and it took planning. I literally had to plan. I had to save up money. I had to plan. I had to look at the different options of what I had as far as getting loans and as far as my income. And so you really got to sit down and make a list, a checklist of everything that needs to be done, and then start checking those things off the list. Okay, I want to be a homeowner. These are the things I need to do to be a homeowner. Okay, how much money am I going to need to put down? Is my job going to do that? If my job's not going to do that, then I need to go out here and create another stream of income for myself so that I can make sure that I have the money that I need to be a homeowner. If I want to go out here and get a car without having a co-signer, because I remember, girl,
Oh, honey, please.
calling to the car dealership saying, listen, I got bad credit. Can y'all help me? And then going up there, they saying they can help me, getting up there, and they saying, listen, you need a co-signer. I don't have family. I don't have anyone that can co-sign for me. So that took planning, being able to go to the car dealership with no money down and no co-signer and get what I needed. But it really takes planning. You got to make a checklist. You got to get with someone that knows what you need to do. If you're uneducated, it's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of. Happens to great people all the time. We great.
The smartest people tell them I don't know.
All right.
That's the
Happens
smartest
to great people all the time.
What you said?
But reach out and find somebody that can help you. And that's what I did. I didn't reject the resources that came my way. When it first came my way, I honestly said, I don't want to work on credit. I don't want to do that. That's not for me. But I had a 479 credit score. I needed the education. I needed the tools. And if I needed it, why not help some other people with it? So you got to learn how to stop rejecting sometimes when God is sending you a blessing or a resource to help you. And that's what this was for me. So I had to go ahead and make the decision to say yes, to say I'm going to move forward with it, and to start literally making step by step. You can't think everything's going to happen overnight. So you got to know that it's a process. And God is going to see you through that process. He's going to hold your hand through that process. It's going to have ups and downs. There's always warfare that surrounds the breakthrough, like we said earlier. So I want to encourage you guys that if you're going through a lot, your children acting up, your mate acting up, your family, your job, everything going crazy, get excited. That means it's something big about to happen in your life. So you really, really, really need to be in expectation every single day. And that's what I began to do. No matter what the situation said it's not looking good. Situation said you ain't gonna be a homeowner, girl.
No.
You barely able to pay these bills, girl. You about to get put out again, girl. What's going on? But I believe God's word over my life. I believe his promises over my life. And his promise said I will be the lender and not the borrower, the head and not the tail. And so I looked at that, and I never looked to the right or to the left at what was going on in my life. I believe God's promises. So that's the biggest thing. I can give you every tool out here, but the biggest thing is trust God's word, believe his promises for your life, and hold on to it. Don't allow nothing to distract you from it or take away your focus. So I'm excited for you. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to you, sis. Because God has some great things planned for you in your life. I felt it when we were on the phone earlier. I literally had chills over my body as we were speaking earlier and you were telling me your testimony. So as I was sitting over there earlier, I was about to get swollen up, and I'm about to get swollen up now, and I can't do that because these lashes, we need them.
Don't play with my lashes.
Okay, we need them.
What?
God, help us, Lord.
Help us, Jesus, because that's like a light bill.
God is about to do some amazing things for you.
Amen.
He's about to do some amazing things for you. And so be in expectation every single day of new doors to be opening, new things him to be doing in your life, him to elevate you. And then it ain't even about you. He loves you. You're precious.
Right.
But it's all the people that you're going to be able to go out here and help, sis.
What you said.
That's what it's about. You got to realize it's not about you. It's not about me. I come from nothing. See, God brought me from nothing to something, so I would never forget what he brought me from. So I would always remember, and I would always be able to relate. Like the lame man, he said, take up your bed and walk. That's so you don't forget that bed.
What you said.
Remember that bed. You walk with that bed so you don't forget where you came from.
So I don't get too vain. You understand what I'm saying?
We all got some war rooms.
Let me tell you something. I had, and the lie I used to tell guys is what, I had a car accident, right? I actually woke up one day, I don't know how the hell this tube chip. I'm serious. Seriously. Eating, greedy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just raw. I'm just real greedy. Just greedy. I know how it happened, you know what I'm saying? But just being greedy. So I'm giving y'all the nugget, being greedy, rushing and biting bottle tops, and I don't drink the beer no more. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So she broke, okay? So what I do is, I could have had this tooth fixed a year ago because it happened about about a year ago, right? Tooth chip. And so I went in the mirror, and I'm not a vain person, okay? So I'm gonna tell y'all this. For y'all women that are insecure and y'all men that are insecure on other men, and that's a sidebar. Sidebar means I'm gonna come back to that, but I'm smart and I won't forget. So y'all people that are insecure, stop hating on people that are physically beautiful because we are created for a reason.
That's right.
Stop it.
So true.
Stop it, okay? So it gets to the point to where you got to have self-confidence.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to tell y'all guys, this is a hot nugget. I have loved you being down here with me.
being here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Please give your Instagram, your Facebook,
Yes.
your TikTok really, really quickly.
Yes,
so that
Andrea
you can-
_McKeithran on Instagram, okay, and then Andrea McKeithran on Facebook, McKeithern. It's there on the screen. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me here.
Yes.
I'm absolutely ecstatic on being here. I'm ecstatic on sharing this information with you guys and all the connections that are going to be made from you guys reaching out to me. I cannot wait to help you.
Listen, guys, I'm telling you, I love her to pieces. I'm holding her right now.
Yes.
We're going to go hold her in them pictures after in a minute.
Yes.
It's great. So like I said, catch a hold to her information. Make sure that you get it. Make sure that you utilize it and don't just sit on it like we typically do. We get information and we typically just put the information to the side. Put the information to the side. Put the information to the side. And then what we do is we forget that the information is on the side. And that's what you don't want to do. Guys, I love you. I'm not just sitting on this panel just to show my face. I'm not sitting on this panel for you to see my cute little clothes. Ain't that cute, though? I'm not. I'm here because I want to heal what's within. I don't want to focus on your situation. I don't want you to focus on your problems in your situation. I want you to horn in on these nuggets and these blessed people that are willing, okay? Like she said, she's a 6-figure woman. Okay, her child is a 6-figure child. Okay, so when we bring Miss Queen, she don't have time for all these different things that's going on, right? So we want to take advantage of me stepping into the gap in the highways and the byways, like the God said that we read about, right? Put our time into, and what we want to do is we want to horn in the faith walk. A faith of a mustard seed is a sharpened pencil. Take a white piece of paper. Take that pencil, drop it, and whatever dot that it makes, that's how big a mustard seed is. If you don't believe me, try me. Go to the grocery store, go to the market, do whatever you got to do. I don't care. But horn in on that faith of a mustard seed. And so we're bringing you things to think about outside of your struggle and your pain. Because when Andrew was going through, there wasn't nobody doing that for her, what we're doing for you guys. There wasn't nobody doing that for me. You understand what I'm saying? And so for these people that I was getting back to tell you that people, stop being insecure. Focus on you. Stop seeing somebody that is physically beautiful, right? And hating on them. And women, y'all got it bad. Y'all would do this in a minute. Like, really? You look at me like that and I'm going to give it to you. For real. I'm really going to give it to you. Because I'm going to look back at you like that and I'm going to say, what did you see? Because here's the thing. Don't get mad at me for this shell that I was placed in, because if you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at the creator who created me. I'm just walking in the blessing, baby. And I'm doing it right. I'm lifting you up. I'm educating you. And I want you guys to find a way to be healed. It's all just like this flower. When you think about this flower, you see how beautiful it is and we're able to put it in this pot? But do you know how much heartache and pain it had to break through this stone in order to hard grass and go through the winter, spring, summer, fall, and all of this stuff? It took a lot for it just to see this beautiful creation. And that's what you guys go through. And those are the things and the reasons why I want to love on you so much. Like, I love absolutely every last one of y'all like all y'all some goody gumdrops, right? Really. So pay attention to what's going on, guys. I got some hot things coming on. I got new shows coming up. Please tap into it. You can go, if you want to find the Chew and Chat with Yana Lu, you can go on Google and you can put Chew and Chat with Yana Lu. And what you're going to find is my shows when I first started, and it was a hot mess, right? Because it was all over the place, right? And then you're going to start seeing my growth. I didn't want to take down the shows to where it wasn't perfect, right? So check it out. Meditate on these thoughts that we brought to you. Love yourself. Come back next week. We got some more hot guests. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. It has been great, and I will see you back live 5 with Yana Lu.